Welcome back.
Here we are again, staying consistent with
We are
couple
consistent.
goals.
I'm very excited. Are you excited?
I'm always excited, Lachie.
We just had a nice, delicious breakfast.
Yes, it's a sad day today. For me, anyway.
It's also sad. I don't like leaving. But I'm
Lachie,
leaving.
Leaving on a jet
Are
plane.
you comfortable like that? I'm comfortable like this.
I guess I could sit back.
Yeah, get cozy there.
Um,
So I'm heading back to Australia in literally my flight's in 5 hours and counting down.
Got to get going in like an hour.
Yeah, so I'm flying to Houston, Texas. Then from Houston, Texas to Auckland, New Zealand. Then Auckland, New Zealand to Brisbane, Australia.
So how long is the travel?
It's a long flight. I have
What's it to Houston?
20
like 2
hours, so just 2 hours 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got 20 hours of actual time on a plane. And then so when I land in Houston, I think I've got 4 hours. But then when I land in New Zealand, I've got 1 hour and 5 minutes.
Gotta love that.
So hopefully they're not delayed. What would happen though? Because it's a connecting flight, right? So
Yeah, you'll just go to the desk and then they'll help you rebook. And you might have to get a hotel depending on the situation.
But it's 6 in the morning, so it's not like
You'll be fine.
yeah, they'll be able to find one overnight. But surely if I'm landing from an international flight and then doing another international, it should just be a quick run to wherever I need to be.
So
Shoot.
you got a lot of
Yeah, then I've got like a
Netflix
14 and a half hour flight to New Zealand. Then I think it's like a 3 hour 50 flight to Brisbane.
It's such a long way. I don't envy you having to do that flight multiple times in the next couple of months, but also I do envy you because you get to see my mum and you get to see all of our friends and
My family?
you get a good coffee.
Yeah, good coffee.
Your family.
I'm going to get a haircut, even though I just had one, but I'm going to get another one.
A proper one?
Yeah, I'll get one before I leave though and come back, because then if I time it right, then we'll be back in Australia 5 weeks later.
Yeah, I know. I'm always trying to time out my things like my hair, dentist visits.
People don't consider, nah, it's a serious thing.
It's just like a lot cheaper in Australia. with
Literally, my
healthcare.
haircut costs $48 US, so about 75 Aussie, whereas back home I can get mine for like 30 Aussie.
That's crazy. It's so expensive.
Yeah, it is so expensive. That's why I'm very excited when our lease is up. So at the moment, we pay a ridiculous amount of rent. Literally, we pay individually for this one bedroom apartment what we paid collectively in Australia. And it's a one bedroom apartment.
Yeah, like it's fine. It does the trick. We've got a gym. We've got a pool.
A value for money.
It's nice. It's new, but it's
The dollar doesn't go a
small.
long way here. So
No, I just transferred money for rent, and it is soul destroying how much we're paying here. So, big changes are about to happen. We're going to be looking for a house,
yeah,
hopefully a month-to-month house, like an Airbnb.
Well,
Something. We need to get a bit creative because
'cause
we're never here.
yeah, literally, we're going to be going back to Australia in October, come back here mid-November, but we're still deciding, do we go to Mexico for November, December, or do we go to Spain for November, December?
Yeah,
But then we have to be in Mexico in
January.
for Emma and Liam's wedding, which we spoke about last week. And then Liam and I are hitting the road very soon after that to travel around America.
Did you speak about this yet?
I haven't
you haven't
publicly
announced
announced it. So
Okay. Lachie has some big crazy news coming soon.
yeah, in 19 days I'll announce it. So
Mm.
stay tuned for that one. But and then after that, I think we'll be in Australia because you got CMC Rocks.
Yep.
And then there's talk of Europe. Who knows?
Well, yeah, it's a bit up in the air. I think we mentioned that last week. Sort of the back half of the year, early next year. We're not quite sure what we're doing, but the goal is just to keep touring because that's how you build the audience. And it's been going well so far.
And it's fun.
It's
In a
fun.
weird
It's a
way.
challenge, but it just means that we have to always be on the road.
It's like a hard day of work where, like,
That
on the
never ends.
tools, where you get frustrated in the moment. You maybe hit your thumb with a hammer, or you don't bring enough smoko to eat, so you're tired and depleted. But then when you walk off the job site and see the progress, you're like, wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
It's rewarding. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
I've noticed we're looking at each other, not you guys watching us or listening to us. Sorry.
So
But-
we've actually added in this really cool thing into our shows.
Not into the podcast, into your show.
Into the Sheppard shows, which is quickly becoming one of my favorite parts of touring. And it's the VIP experience.
Wow.
Yeah, back in the day or previously, we would do the show and then we would do a signing at the merch table, which was great. We love meeting everybody, but it's always so rushed with the fans. You never really get that one-on-one time. And also, it's just like you come off stage and you're sweaty, you're exhausted, and also it goes like the signing often will go longer than the whole show. So it just didn't seem like the ideal scenario to really like connect with our fans. So what we've started doing is the VIP package. So for those fans who really want to meet us and have a chat, have an experience with us, we've added that to the night or the day. And so so they get a merch package and they also get to spend some time with us. But then we started adding in the Q&A. And
Which
so
is killer.
yeah, it's actually working out really well. We get up on stage with a small group of VIPs and they ask us some questions. We are able to get to know them a little bit. We ask some questions back and then we take song requests. So we often encourage the audience to pick songs that will obviously not be in the set, like some of the deep cuts.
Or even some of the unreleased ones. You played one of those last time.
Unreleased ones. And then also someone requested like an Amy Sheppard song. So I got to play Nothing But Wild for someone. And that's been a really cool experience.
Wasn't me, by the way.
Yeah, so I'm glad we've added that into our shows and I think it's working really well.
And if you didn't hear the dates last week, you can obviously, I'm just going to plug it, head to wearesheppard.com. Also check out Instagram. But we're doing pretty much the West Coast, so Colorado, then Sacramento, Seattle, LA, San Fran, Salt Lake City. Where else? Like Phoenix. Are we doing Phoenix?
Arizona? I think so, yes. It's a pretty long list.
Then there's like Indianapolis, Franklin, Tennessee, Chicago. Some cool places. So if you hear your location called out, grab yourself some tickets, bring some buddies along, and we will see you there.
I'm excited.
It's fun.
It's just such a big couple of months coming up and I can't wait. But in the meantime, I'm going to be all alone here. Emma's in Canada. Liam's in Canada.
George and Kathleen are 2 doors away.
Yeah.
And
it's just little old me in this 1-bedroom apartment.
Like it's not any bigger apartment, or then it would be really eerie.
Well, I might be able to finally catch up on some cleaning without random shirts and hats.
Yeah, it is a bit of a mess. But anyway, we are here and that's that. So what are you going to miss most about me?
Besides your charm and love, I like the way you bring me a coffee every morning. And now you've started cooking me breakfast every morning because I've been doing some writing and it's become a bit of your routine, which I like. And I'm going to miss that because now I have to haul my ass out of bed to make my own coffee.
Who's going to be cooking me dinner?
Well,
that's part of your evening routine.
You're going home, so
yeah.
I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, it should be good. I've got such a busy trip. Like when I land, I'll obviously unpack my stuff, but then I got to start getting ready for the workshop. So my idea is land, have a sauna, ice bath, really just shake that jet lag.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll do dinner with Linda that night. But during the day, got to go pick up my workbooks from Officeworks, race around, make sure everything's set. I got to get tents, swags, all of that sort of jazz. Then I got dinner with the boys on Tuesday night, which would be good. And also just rehearse in the workshop to make sure it's all good. Wednesday, drive to Toowoomba to pick up some stuff. And then Thursday, got to go to Costco on my way to the workshop to pick up barbecue stuff.
Yeah. So it's like campfire food, right?
Yeah, because it's called Fit on the Farm. And the idea is to disconnect to reconnect. So a lot of the guys coming are business owners or in management positions, so never really take time for themselves. And so this is like a good way to do that. But we've also thrown in fitness because I love fitness. And there's a half marathon component obviously not everyone's running the half marathon. We've modified bits, but just being out on the farm, camping, doing that, hanging out with good people is going to be awesome fun.
It's going to be fun. But I'm worried about
cold.
the food situation.
Are you? What are
It's
you
only
most worried?
campfire, right?
Yeah, so hit me. What are you most worried about?
Well, I'm scared that you're going to forget like tongs or like cutlery.
ChatGPT has been my best
Won't
friend.
have enough food.
No, it's not too far. Like, it's literally a 15-minute drive from Gympie, so we can always run in and get more food if we
Okay,
need.
or like a tray or
Yeah, yeah.
things like that. A knife.
Yeah. And all the boys, like, once again, we're in a group chat. Everyone's pumped about it. Some are bringing slow cookers. There's a lot of camp. One of the guys actually has a camping business, so
Wow.
we'll be sweet.
Okay.
We're not
No, I'm
worried.
so worried. Hopefully
And it's
the
a
weather's
little bit
nice for
different.
you.
I ran a workshop 2-3 years ago, and it was a similar thing. It was at my parents' place, but I was the sole cook. I was like, yeah, I'll provide it, and it's just like chaos, and you miss out on everything. So this time, it's like everyone's cooking, like everyone's involved, which is good. So it's like a real community thing, which will be great. So that way, it's not me just hanging out doing all of that.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. But then the Sunday night, so I finished Sunday 10 a.m. roughly, give or take. Then go see my nephew, my sister, and her husband that night. And then we'll be in Toowoomba. So our tenants moved out in Toowoomba. So I need to...
Did they officially move out?
Yeah, they're out. Yeah.
Okay.
And need to make sure that that is clean because I'm meeting with we've got leasing agents or whatever you call it, taking over to get some new tenants in there. So that's got to be spick and span. And then obviously while I'm up in Toowoomba, I'm catching up with my Toowoomba friends for dinner, which would be sweet. They've all got kids now, so it'd be good to see them. Meet Audrey for the first time, right?
No, we met Audrey.
Fuck. Met Audrey. That's going to be cool. All right, we'll see. No, did we?
Yes, at in Toowoomba when I did the show.
Oh, yes. I don't remember. Oh, that's right. We were back in March. I forgot we were back in March. I was like, I haven't been home since October. No, we were back, right?
I don't know if there are any new babies since we've been gone.
Jack and Kaz.
Oh, yeah.
Potentially.
There's one
on the way.
Any minute.
So that'll be cool. And then obviously seeing mum and dad. But what have I got? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then fly out Friday morning.
Jeez.
It's not a lot of time. And I will, on Monday, I guarantee you, it's like a hangover feeling. Once you've had like such an emotionally charged full-on weekend, even though it's like fun, thinking and coaching and stuff, you're just like, whoosh.
Yeah.
You just want to look at it like a white wall for a couple of hours.
Well, luckily you'll be getting on a flight and you'll have plenty of time to do nothing.
And then I ride back here. So I leave Friday morning in Australia at, I think, 10 a.m.
Yep.
Go New Zealand to Houston to Nashville. And I arrive here at 8:30 Friday night.
Yeah.
It's because you gain a day.
Oof.
So cool. So that's going to be fun. And then we've got like 4 days before we hit the road or something.
Yeah. So we kind of have to start packing up this unit. Luckily, all of our
is rented furniture.
Furniture is rented. So I'm looking forward to getting rid of that because it's heinous.
I don't really care for it, but I've really enjoyed not having to.
I'm excited because they just come and pack it all up and
we don't have to move, which is just like when we decided to rent furniture, that was like one of the key points. It's like we don't want to have to go look for it or set it up. We just want to land in the country, go to a furnished apartment.
Yeah, we knew that this was not going to be a forever place. So we have minimal stuff, but we still have like a couple of, like we've got a bar trolley here and a chair outside. So we'll have to put a few things in storage.
Yeah.
When you get back. So anyway, you guys, I don't want to bore you with our
What
logistics.
story do you have for us today? I think because I just looked at the bench and I noticed I have hydrolytes, and that's just reminded me we actually need to go to Whole Foods before we go to the airport so I can get some healthy snacks for the flight.
So we'll keep this one short.
And we've got
But I do have a longer Reddit story.
Right, hit us with the Reddit.
Okay, this one's not like a question. No one's asking for advice, but it's just like a crazy story.
So what reaction do you want out of me? Do you want me to just listen or do you want a reaction?
Oh my God. Just listen. Oh no, you can react if you want. Okay.
I will react. All right, let's hit it.
Hey Reddit, I never thought I'd be sharing my story here, but I need to get this off my chest. About 6 months ago, my life took a dramatic turn when my wife, who is 32, left me for my brother, who is 34, who is married to my wife's sister.
Hold
Hang
up.
on.
Hold up. So
About 6 months ago, my life took a dramatic
the brothers
turn.
are brothers.
My wife, who's 32, left me for my brother, who's married to my wife's sister.
So they're dating sisters.
Yeah.
Married to sisters, or the ladies are married to brothers.
Yeah, and then they swap. Like the wife cheated with the brother.
Wow.
Yeah, you read that right. Let me rewind and give you some context. My wife and I have been married for 5 years and we have 2 kids together. I thought everything was going well. Sure, we had our ups and downs like any couple, but I never imagined she'd betray me like this. My brother, who's 34, has been married to his wife, who is 31, for 9 years. But then things started to unravel. My wife became distant, spending more time on her phone and making excuses to go out with her friends. I didn't think much of it at first, but then I noticed some suspicious behavior. She'd received late night texts and hurriedly put her phone away whenever I walked into the room. One day I came home from work and I found my wife and my brother in our living room, looking awfully cozy on the couch. I couldn't believe my eyes. Before I could even process what was happening, my wife dropped the bombshell. She was leaving me for my brother.
That is ballsy, doing that there with the wow.
I was floored, devastated, and utterly betrayed. To make matters worse, they didn't even have the decency to hide their relationship. They flaunted it in front of our family, showing up to gatherings hand in hand as if they were proud of what they'd done. The hardest part was facing my wife's sister, who was 31. She was heartbroken, not just because my brother had cheated on her, but because it was with my wife, her sister. Our family dynamic was shattered, and I felt like I was caught in the middle of a soap opera. I wish I could say that time heals all wounds, but the pain is still fresh. It's hard to trust anyone again after being blindsided like that. My wife and brother may have found happiness together, but they left behind a trail of heartbroken hearts and shattered trust. But here's the twist. I found comfort in an unexpected place.
A sister.
In the midst of the chaos, my brother's wife and I found solace in each other's company. We shared our pain, our anger, and our betrayal, and in doing so, we found connection. We found a connection neither of us expected. So here I am, pouring my heart out to strangers on the internet, hoping to find some solace in knowing that I'm not alone in this mess. Thanks for listening. Whoa.
Wow. That is just like a movie.
Oh.
I feel like that's very ballsy. Like, what did the other couple have children?
He didn't say.
Because that would have been like interesting Christmases. It's like, which is my dad right now?
Oh, that would be so confusing for the kids.
But even just like not hiding it. Like, I guess when you know what you want, but like, wow.
No,
and
how could you do that to your family?
You wouldn't be friends, right? I wouldn't be friends
selfish
with my brother.
Like, sure, if you're not happy in your relationship, you've done the therapy, right, it's time to split. Like, it's time to split. But come on. Totally inappropriate.
Don't go running to the sister.
There's lots of people out there, guys. Lots of people in the world.
Yeah. Too close to home. Grass is greener. Like, I think we've spoken about it a lot on the podcast. Grass is greener where you water it. That show we were watching last night.
Oh my gosh.
What is it called again?
Presumed Innocent.
Presumed Innocent on Apple Plus. Whoa. If you haven't watched it,
it's a good one.
Highly recommend it. You will be on the edge of your seat. But essentially, there's lots of moments in that where you're just like, come on, mate. Just be better. Invest in your family. That's all I'm going to give you because I don't want to give it away. Actually, if you just don't want to listen to it, let's not give it away.
It's awesome. It's a good movie. It's a series.
Yeah. 7, 8 episodes.
We binged it.
Yeah, we binged it in 2 nights, 3 nights. You know it's good when I'm willing to stay out past my bedtime. That's all I can say. Well, let's wrap it up. Thank you guys for being here again this week. Our next episode, I guess, we'll probably do via Zoom. Not Zoom, but like
you'll be in Australia and we'll do it.
And you'll
that'd be
here.
fun.
Yeah.
Let's do that. And also, don't forget, if you want to see the visuals for this podcast, we post it to our Patreon page, and that's patreon.com/Amy Sheppard Pie. It's my little community there. And big shout out to all my Patreon members. Love you guys. Thanks for sticking with us. And have a great evening, day, whenever you're listening
to this. If you loved it, share it with one friend. Think of one friend that you just know would get so much value from it, and then you can talk about it over coffee. Share this episode to that person if you haven't already.
Yeah, why not?
All right, over and out. Hooroo.